Welcome, everyone. As always, we're going to be unlocking every achievement, working our way through every Final Fantasy in the Pixel Remaster, starting with Final Fantasy 1. Let's get into it. A throwback to games before my time and the origins of how Final Fantasy became to be. It's surprising how charming and playable this game is. Although dated, it still stands the test of time. If you're looking to see where it all began and delve into this retro-styled RPG experience, this is a great place to start, especially with the Pixel Remaster containing Final Fantasy entries 1 through to 6. Being a huge Final Fantasy fan myself and never experiencing the originals prior to 7, I felt it was my duty to experience the origins and evolution of Final Fantasy and unlock every achievement doing so, which brings us to step 1. So, step 1, clocking in at around 10 to 15 hours for the completion, with no missables, and the difficulty being as easy as you'd like it to be. This is dependent on using the newly added boosters though, a range of added accessibility options featuring double speed, quadruple XP, or Gil, helping the gameplay flow at a quicker pace and making it less grindy too in the process. If you'd like a more traditional experience, there's no need for them, but if you'd like them on for personal preference, then fill your boots. It will make the completion quicker and slightly easier. Beginning the journey, we name our characters and give them classes and start our playthrough for our first experience of Final Fantasy 1. The very early games of the Pixel Remaster tend to be fairly basic and limited in terms of gameplay. Although not a bad thing, it's actually quite impressive considering its age. Although it does have a story, it's mostly generic. Bad guy wants powerful crystals, good guy has to stop the bad guy. Got a crystal on clutching right now. After having a conversation with a king who does nothing, we are set the task of rescuing his daughter. Will you rescue my daughter Sarah? No. Reluctantly, we agree and set off on our adventure. Making our way to the first dungeon of the game, we're hit with nostalgic random encounters, experiencing the fully fleshed out combat for the first time.
Oh, hang on, we'll just turn on auto battle, fuck it. Don't even need to play the game.
Jokes aside, in its day, this was kind of a big deal, planting the seed and evolution of how RPGs play even today. Moving forward into our first dungeon of the game, the Chaos Shrine, we have a few enemy encounters we need to take care of in order to fill out the bestiary, and treasures to find. Luckily, none of them being missable in this game. Looting the dungeon for now, we progress forward being faced with our first boss.
If you really think you have what it takes to cross swords with me very well, I, Garland, will suck you off. Come at me, big boy. This is fun. GG's. Did he even get a look in?
With the princess rescued, we return to the king, with him showing his appreciation and gratitude.
When darkness veils the world, 4 warriors of light shall come. Hope they're not coming together, it sounds a bit like Soggy Biscuit, I ain't gonna lie.
The king asks us of another task, finding all 4 of the crystals. Luckily for us, he finally repairs the bridge, allowing us to do more dirty work.
So basically, we've got to do all his fucking running around for him, and he's built a bridge so we can do more running around.
Now the bridge is built, we can finally escape the kingdom, unlocking our first achievement. Venturing forward in search of the crystals, we cross the newly built bridge and make it into town, being forced into a fight straight away with some pesky pirates.
Aye aye, Captain, we'll make their bones go crunch.
Dealing with the quick battle unlocks us 2 achievements here, one for filling 10% of the bestiary entries, and the other for defeating 100 enemies. For beating the pirate in battle, he kindly lends us his ship.
Whoa, that's quick.
We set sail with new exploration opportunities and immediately hit a random encounter. Once the battle is over, we get our next achievement for acquiring 10,000 Gil. Zooming through to the next area, and with most of the achievements in this game being 99% progression based, we are met with a difficulty spike for our next achievement, a classic Final Fantasy minigame. Your mileage may vary with this, but I absolutely sucked at this puzzle.
Hold A and spam B. Alright, yeah, okay. Right, watch this. Hold A, spam B. What do you want from me? It doesn't do anything. Hold A, spam B. Like, what? I don't get it. Oh, fucking hell. What's this? Why do I want to do this? Wait, what? Oh boy, we're gonna be here for a long time. Why are they red? No, I don't know how this fucking puzzle's supposed to work. I'm gonna be here all night. I do not do well with these. They're red because they're in the right place. Yeah, well, thank you, Captain Obvious. I'm fucking resetting. Fuck this. How does this work? There's never enough room to do anything, guys. I don't know what to do. Fuck off, number 9. That's already annoying me. Fuck me, we need 7. Where's 16? Is there no 16? Oh no, of course it's not, because you need an empty space. What a dork. Oh god, I've got this all ass about face now. I'm just pressing buttons at this point, I ain't gonna lie to you. We need 12 down here. Oh, there we go. Oh, fuck, 8's all the way up there. Oh, Jesus. This is hard work. I'm gonna be here all day. I'm honestly, guys, I'm gonna be here all fucking night. Oh. Oh, it only took about 8 years, but we finally did it. Do we not get an achievement for that? Are you fucking serious? Continue? No, I don't want to fucking continue. Oh, brilliant. Achievements just aren't popping. That's fucking great, that is.
With the hardest achievement in this entry out the way, and the discovery of our achievements not actually popping, we correct the counter and realise the ones that silently unlocked were for obtaining 50,000 gil and 10% of the treasures. We continue forward hoping everything is fixed. Turns out the achievements still aren't popping on screen. We finish a forced encounter from a chest and kill our 300th monster, and to my shock, the achievement's silently unlocked again. Luckily, we were keeping an eye on it and noticed fairly quickly.
Oh, well, we've unlocked another achievement, but... Oh, defeated 300 monsters. There you go.
Progressing forward, and from this point on, the achievement pops appear on screen. More an Xbox issue than a game issue. We make it to the Dwarven Mine, or the Mines of Moria, shall we say. Fittingly, we unlock an achievement for delving too greedily and obtaining 100,000 gil. Again, with most of the achievements being story and progression based, it doesn't leave much room for variety, but we continue forward to our next dungeon, completing another encounter, unlocking our next achievement for 500 monster kills. It doesn't take long before we make it to the end of the dungeon and have a conversation with a crystal ball. Naturally, this turns into a boss battle here. While nothing in this game is challenging when using boosters or even the auto battle for that matter, we deal with the boss swiftly, restore the Earth's crystal light, and unlock our next achievement. With the task of restoring all 4 crystals of light, we gently row our boat down the stream, proceeding to our next elemental dungeon consisting of a fiery volcano.
37 treasure chests. Oh my god.
Working our way through the dungeon and being sure to pick up the vast amount of treasure and bestiary entries, we reach the end of the volcano for some deja vu, talking to another boss posing as a crystal ball.
The only thing I don't like is auto battling because I feel ratty just watching this. I'm not even playing the game. They've got sunglasses on when they get blinded. That's hilarious. Oh, that's brilliant. I love that.
Same rules apply here yet again. We deal with the boss swiftly, restoring light to the crystal, and unlock our next story-related achievement. By this point, I'm sure you can guess what we are doing next. With 2 of the 4 crystals down, we make our way to the next one. This time going from out of the frying pan and into the freezer. While progressing through this icy cavern, we do, however, unlock our next achievement for filling half of the bestiary. Being halfway through one collectible, we make it to another, this time being the treasure chest where the achievement happens to pop in this dungeon too. In a surprising change of events from the story, we take a quick pit stop in Bahamut's cave.
This looks like a badass boss. Looks Charmander and Charmeleon. The Dragon King looks within to measure a person's Oh, Bahamut. Let's give him the D. I shall honour you with titles befitting your valour. Alright, I thought we'd have to fight him. What's happening? I think Bahamut's a predator.
Being touched by Bahamut and granted some new titles, we unlock our next achievement. Venturing forward and continuing the story, we face a random encounter, gaining some XP and reaching level 50 in the process. Having the 4x XP booster on removes the grind entirely for this. Reaching the end of the dungeon, and you guessed it, another crystal to restore. It's time to fight another boss.
Time to auto battle boss. Yeah, I mean, you know, if you want me to, I can just do this. And then at least we're not cheating. Didn't even heal. Healing's for noobs. Oh, well, there you go.
With auto battle doing all the hard work, we unlock our next story related achievement. Already nearing the end of the game, with 3 crystals restored and 1 to go, we reach the Flying Fortress, this being our last location for our next achievement. Predictably, we push forward through the area, making our way to the final crystal. Not before we have to grind out an enemy for the bestiary though, and this one is a very rare spawn.
We could be here a while. Holy fuck. I nearly fled.
Although no achievement just yet, we've got the rarest monster added to the bestiary. With that done, we can repeat ourselves for a 4th time, cleansing the final crystal. At this point in the game, being significantly overleveled, and with the difficulty not posing any threat in the first place, we make very short work of this boss. Having restored light to the final crystal, we also get our next story-related achievement. With the story coming to an end, and before we take on the final boss, we take a quick detour in search of a traditional staple of the Final Fantasy series, acquiring an ultimate weapon.
In all the years I never crafted a finer sword. That looks like a beast, to be fair. All pixelated.
Of course, obtaining Excalibur, the ultimate sword, unlocks our next achievement, leading us onto the home stretch for the completion. We head back to where it began, the Chaos Shrine. After restoring light to all 4 crystals, we can venture deep into the area, hoping to rid darkness and restore light to the kingdom. Before that though, something more important, achievements. We can mop up the remaining treasures here, although upon opening our final chest, we were sent into a bit of a panic.
Oh, the last chest. Oh god. Oh no, this ain't good. I haven't missed the chests. The achievements are quite delayed on this, but not this delayed. The only thing I can think of what it is, I only have one idea. What I think it might be is like when I picked up a chest and I was on 99 items and it doesn't actually give me the item, it just puts it back in the... That's the only thing I can think of it being. We've definitely got everything. Jesus. Alright, I'm just gonna... Oh, thank God. That was something, wasn't it?
With that crisis averted, turns out you need to initiate a battle for it to pop. It's time to face the final boss fight and finish the story.
In 2,000 years, I'll remember none of this, yeah, because you'll be dead. Enough of this chit-chat. Oh, we've got a cool little background. Look at that. I forgot to heal. I say we just... This will be an auto battle. You fucker. What? Are you kidding me? Party was defeated, yeah, suck my ass. We'll play it a little bit safer this time round, I say.
32 hits!
3,000 damage has got to be the most damage I've ever done. Oh wait, he's dead. Well, that's GG's.
With the boss fight over and the story complete, we unlock a story-related achievement, bringing us down to one left for the completion. For our final achievement, we just had to fill out the bestiary. With none of the monsters missable in this game, and most of them found naturally, we hunt down the remaining few, polishing off the first Final Fantasy of the Pixel remasters.
Okay, Red Piranha. There we go. This should be it. I think we're done. Get ready for the maxi.
GG's. That's game done.
Nice short and sweet one. Very enjoyable. Just another, what, 5 games to go in the collection? 8 hours, 54 minutes it took us. Not too shabby.
With the first game down, we head straight into Final Fantasy II. Reaching the second of the remasters, I was curious to see how the series evolves. The game makes some changes over its predecessor, some good and some bad. Final Fantasy II brings more to the table in terms of story and identity. It feels more guided with a purpose, although still very familiar. This touches on rebellion against an empire and our motivations for doing so. The class system is its biggest flaw though. While having versatility with any character in their role, it has a counterproductive progression system, which can take away overall enjoyment from its combat. Despite this, it's another enjoyable and familiar Final Fantasy experience. With all that said, it's time to tackle the achievements, which brings us to step 1. So, step 1. This is another fairly short and sweet completion, ranging from 15 to 20 hours. A little bit longer than the first, but not by much, and with the boosters making a return, this cuts down the difficulty and completion time significantly. Unfortunately, this is where we start to see the dreaded missables, which come in the form of treasures, the bestiary, and a newly added former collectible, the passwords. Although having a guide handy and making multiple saves can prevent another playthrough, the missables aren't too painful in this one, it's just something to be aware of. For now though, we name our characters accordingly and start our next adventure of the series. Immediately, we are thrown into an empire power-hungry for world conquest. After having our parents killed, our joyful characters flee straight into the arms of the empire, and we are thrown into battle.
That went well.
Unfortunately, we died, and that's game over, until we are revived with a phoenix down, and find ourselves yet again in a kingdom met with a rebellion queen. After joining the rebellion, the queen, as usual, asks us of a task.
How do we get out of here? My god, you'd think this is the first time I've ever played a video game.
So we venture forward, leaving the village. After a few paces, we get our first random encounter, introduced to the familiar turn-based combat and the new leveling system, or lack of.
Okay, leveling up is weird in this.
With little understanding of how to level up, we continue forward, being sent on an infiltration mission, defeating monsters to add to the bestiary and picking up treasures along the way. After arriving in Fynn with plans to liberate the area, we meet Prince Scott, who, on his deathbed, also asks us of a task.
My name is Scott, what a terrible name. I'm afraid I must ask a favour of you. Tell Hilda that I love her. Oh, okay, it's actually getting quite, emotional. No, don't deliver the last message, right, okay. My brother, achievement. Have you heard of him? Wait, what the fuck? He seems alright, he just got out of bed. I thought he was dying. Maybe it's all this talking, but I've grown extremely tired. Holy shit, it's me. If you'll excuse me, I just need to rest just for a little while. That is me. Oh, he's dead.
Having to go back the way we came, we speak to the Queen and inform her of Scott's death, delivering his message.
Here, I'm gonna show her my ring. Yeah, he's alive. He's definitely alive.
When all is said and done, this unlocks our first achievement of the game.
Oh! Got ourselves a first achievement.
Yay! With our first assignment over, we are now tasked with finding some mithril. Being ill-equipped to fight the Empire, this apparently is our best chance of survival, so with a new key item and party member, we head out yet again.
Min Woo, you obtained a canoe. Minwoo and his bloody canoe.
Venturing forward, it's not long before we hit a random encounter and unlock our next achievement. Like the Final Fantasy before us, this achievement list is pretty much a carbon copy. It's very basic and linear, not offering much in terms of variety. Just make sure to keep a guide handy for those missables. Gently rowing our boat towards the mine in seek of Mithril, we do actually find some treasure containing Gil. Hitting the 10,000 milestone unlocks our next achievement. Progressing through the cave and fighting numerous monsters within the area, we also fill 10% of the bestiary. Making it through the cave and within touching distance of the Mithril, we are halted for a mini-boss battle with a general.
Mithril blade straight into it. Well, I've got a Mithril cock and it's going up your ass. Oh no, I shouldn't have said that. That was a bit weird.
With auto battle as usual doing the hard work for us, we finish the dungeon being rewarded with some Mithril. We head to a blacksmith as excited as us to forge gear with this pretty rock.
Oh my god, it's Albert Einstein. I've been waiting for the chance to work this metal for as long as I can. Yeah, I bet you have, you dirty bastard. It's a good job we didn't give him wood.
Feeling pretty good about ourselves knowing we can take on the Empire already, it's not long before we have a cutscene showing us some home truths with the Emperor's tyranny. On a positive note, we do unlock our next story-related achievement. Despite the shock of mass slaughter within the world, we cheer ourselves up with some treasure hunting, opening 10% of the chest so far for another achievement. And now it's time to get some vengeance on the Empire. We head out on an espionage mission to sabotage the Emperor's ship. On our way though, we unlock a couple of achievements which go hand in hand. One for defeating 300 monsters, and another for acquiring 50,000 Gil.
Oh, there we go, an achievement again.
Onto the Emperor's airship now. We find ourselves sneaking through this linear section.
Oh, I see how it is. Cock block. Oh. I should probably think before I speak.
Reaching the end and sabotaging the ship's engines initiates our escape sequence. Making it out alive and destroying the Dreadnought unlocks our next story-related achievement. With our counter-attack done, work is far from over, and the Rebellion has, as you can guess, another request for us.
One last request. Yeah, of course you do. Gordon, you've grown so big. I want you to lead our army. Gordon? Fuck Gordon, man. I'm the fucking main protagonist. What? You can't have a fucking leader called Gordon.
With our task set and the King's final words to seek out the Ultimatome,
Oh, he's dead. GG's.
we set out yet again on our journey in search of the magic to fight back against the Empire. But first we will need a ship, which brings us to a run-in with some pirates. Oddly, very friendly, they agreed to let us use the boat. Predictably, once we set sail, they ambush us. With a quick and easy auto battle over with, we have a new party member join the crew and acquire our ship, the Black Pearl.
I'm sorry, it's such a pretty boat.
Acquiring the ship unlocks our next achievement. It's not long before we pop our next one. Sailing to shore, we pass through a desert, running into random encounters and making money in the process. At this point, we accumulate 100,000 Gil.
Oh.
Again, with the achievement list for the Pixel remasters being fairly basic and linear, not offering much in terms of variety or difficulty, we continue our story as it is, doing the usual checklisting with the bestiary.
Sea snake? I got a sea snake for you. Alright, that's missable. Nice, we need that.
Keeping up to date with the entries, we arrive at our next destination, greeted by a welcoming child.
Go away, don't come any closer. Fucking hell, I'm not a pedo. I'm gonna tell my mum. Look, I don't want to touch you.
We progress through this linear castle, raking in the treasures and keeping an eye on our missables, while continuing our search for the Ultimatome. Making it through this short section, we run into the kid's mum.
Oh, he's with his mum. Let me guess. He's gonna accuse me of touching him.
She explains a Wyvern has something to tell us that can help our search for the Ultimatome. Unfortunately, we can't speak Wyvern, so typically we have to head out on the runaround in search of a pendant that can help us understand the lingo. We hastily recover the pendant and head back to a dying Wyvern. It entrusts us an egg to hatch in the spring. We do so, creating a symbolic meaning of hope within the game. As touching as it is, we head back to our base and report to the Queen, while discovering something isn't quite right with her.
Holy hell. Let's just sling her the long one, I say.
Finding out the Queen is an imposter all along, we give her a quick slap and venture on another journey of rescuing the real Queen. Which brings us to our next simplistic achievement for killing 500 monsters. With the Queen rescued from jail, it's time for retaliation.
Deserve credit for destroying the Dreadnought? Yes, I do. Is it blowjobs all round, or what?
We are tasked with an assault to take back our castle and are met with the Emperor's commander.
Alright, this will be an auto battle GG's.
Another quick auto battle later, and we unlock a couple of achievements. One for filling 50% of the bestiary, and the other is a story-related achievement for reclaiming the castle. With the town liberated, we continue our quest in search of the Ultimatome, in hope of acquiring the magic to put an end to the rebellion. We reach our next destination of the game, continuing to mop up the bestiary and treasures along the way, of course. And clearing out the chests in this dungeon unlocks our next achievement for opening 50% of them. We quickly find respite from the dungeon with an odd tribe.
Oh my god, they look weird. Where you coming from? Jesus.
Not wanting to stick around, we continue forward, eventually finding the crystal rod that will help us access the Ultimatome.
Ah, crystal rod. Yes, we can, Ada.
With the means to obtaining the Ultima magic in our hands, we finally make our way to Mysidian Tower to acquire it. Although it's never as easy as it seems.
No! Oh, shit. I wasn't meant to do this. Ah, fuck. I was meant to save the game. I'm a fucking idiot.
Forgetting to save, but luckily having not missed anything up to this point, we are swallowed by a Leviathan inches away from our destination. We just have to keep on keeping on, finding ourselves in the belly of a beast, and with a party member missing, we have to find her and escape. But first things first, and more importantly, we unlock our next achievement for having a character with similar intentions join our party.
The Dragoon, Ricardo Shilly-Shally, joins the party.
We make it back to the boat and somehow sail out of here, also forgetting about a missing party member because we have a cool Dragoon to replace her. Sailing back to Mysidian Tower once again for the Ultima magic, we finally make our way up the tower, discovering a perfect opportunity for our next achievement. With the level system being kinda flawed in this game, we take advantage of it and damage ourselves within the lava, continuously using healing magic to level the spell up. With a few minutes of grinding, we max the magic level, unlocking the achievement. Reaching the top of the tower, we finally acquire the ultimate magic, ready to face off against the Emperor. However, we have a few things to do first, making our way back to the Wyvern Egg and witnessing it hatch. Also reuniting it with Ricard, the last surviving Dragoon, unlocks our next achievement. With Wyvern and Dragoon reunited, we can finally take on the Emperor.
I shall kill you personally. Alright, let's go, buddy boy. The Emperor actually looks really cool here.
With a quick and easy auto battle, the Emperor is defeated and we can now celebrate having restored peace to the world. Unfortunately, this lasts about 2 minutes. In true Final Fantasy fashion, our fourth character, who is presumed dead at the start of the game, makes an appearance off screen. Now a Dark Knight, Leon seizes the throne for himself. The bright side of this is though, we unlock our next story-related achievement. Having finding ourselves faced with another evil, we head to the new Emperor's castle for a showdown with an old friend. Although it turns out there's no battle this time and our buddy has a change of heart. Unfortunately, the original Emperor emerges, bringing hell with him.
Oh shit, the music.
With a quick sacrifice from the last Dragoon, we make a quick escape, resulting in Leon changing sides again, and joining the party, unlocking our next story-related achievement. Immediately after, and before facing the final dungeon to finish the never-ending story, there's a few side activities we need to mop up, starting with learning all the passwords. This is a missable achievement, with 3 of the passwords being missable themselves. It's now time for a staple in the series, the iconic ultimate weapon. This is very simple and literally just a case of speaking to someone. In turn, we receive the iconic Excalibur for our next achievement. We are then back to mopping up and collecting treasures, also keeping up to date with the bestiary, making sure we have everything up to this point. Also, killing 2 birds with 1 stone here. We equip an underpowered weapon and repeatedly attack a high-level enemy, boosting our weapon class to max rank in the process, unlocking another achievement. With everything wrapped up to this point, it's finally time to face the endgame dungeon, and see the story to its conclusion. Making our way to the final area of the game unlocks our next achievement for visiting every map location. With just 3 achievements left, 1 for finishing the story, the remaining 2 are for the collectibles. We're tasked in this area of finding the rarest entry of the bestiary, the Iron Giant.
I am getting sick of fighting 27 cocks. Just, can we please find the fucking enemy?
This enemy can be monotonous to find, but shouldn't take you longer than an hour, and in the grand scheme of things is pretty tame compared to the later entries.
Oh, the ultra rare Iron Giant. Look at the shoulders on him.
With the Iron Giant added to the bestiary and being in touching distance of the completion, we finish off a collectible achievement for the treasures. Although missable, luckily we have been tracking them all up to this point. It's finally time to face the last boss and wrap up the story.
You have braved the bowels. That's not what I like to hear. Oh, I don't think I healed actually.
Being substantially over-leveled, the final boss doesn't cause us much issue at this point, but with him defeated, that closes out the story and brings home the completion, unlocking a story-related achievement and also finishing off the bestiary too.
Yeah boy, 100% bestiary entries. Now we just got 1 achievement left to go, which we should have, but we just got to watch the rest of the cutscenes. And that's game done. Second one of the 6th. 2 down, 4 to go.
With 2 out of the 6 down, we head into the midway point with Final Fantasy III. Cruising our way into the 3rd game of the remasters, there's a pattern we start to notice with each entry. Every game becomes a little bit more in-depth with guidance regarding its narrative while also being longer. This is also true of its achievements, as expected. With a story that's a bit more fleshed out and cohesive, Final Fantasy III is essentially a copy of the first game. 4 Warriors of Light or Power Rangers being gifted magic from the Light Crystals. Good guidance guys kill bad guy, you get the idea.
Yes, give us light, we kill bad stuff. Let's go.
So with the story already spoiled, we head into step 1. So, step 1. As these games become longer and more in-depth, so do their achievements, taking roughly 20 to 30 hours depending on the use of boosters, which you should be familiar with now. The dreaded missables see a return, as does the bestiary, adding even more rare encounters we have to be on the hunt for, adding insult to injury when you accidentally escape having found a missing monster.
No! Fucker! God damn it! I cannot believe that. That has done me in for the night, that. Oh, how do I get out of... Where am I? Oh, shit. Oh, no! Oh!
The further into the collection we get, the more missables there are as a general rule of thumb. These aren't so bad in this one, there's just a few more than the previous entry, and at least we finally see the addition of summons in this Final Fantasy.
Titan, Ifrit, Rama, Shiva. I never know how to say Rama. Rama. That's not good, is it? I'm sure that's not the correct pronunciation.
With all that said, we jump straight into it, naming our characters accordingly and starting our new adventure and achievement journey. Our story begins as 4 orphans. Naturally, while out and about, we fall down a hole together. Drawn to the power of the crystal, we make our way through the area, ticking off treasure and bestiary entries, eventually being met with the first talking crystal granting us its power.
Accept the light into your hearts and the crystal will grant you an unimaginable strength. It's Kingdom Hearts.
This leads us a step closer to our destiny of restoring balance to the world and most importantly, unlocking our first achievement.
Oh, we got our first achievement? Easy peasy, we'll be done in no time.
With a monumental responsibility placed on our shoulders early on, we head back to our home village, reporting back to Tapapa, the elder that raised the 4 orphans.
I like men, and now. That shouldn't be so funny. I feel a bit immature for it.
With our task of leaving the village and sealing away the powers of darkness, we head out exploring the world in hope of fulfilling our destiny. We arrive in the next village having discovered all of the townspeople are cursed, so the good souls that we are, we venture out to lift the curse. With our destination being a castle in search of a ring, while progressing through, we level up a job class to level 10 for our next achievement. The job system makes a return in this entry, adding variety and freedom to the combat and gameplay. Personally, it's not my ideal way to play, and will make a featured comeback on my hatred for it in the later games.
So, okay, you can just... That's pretty cool. At least you can just change them on the fly. I respect that. I know people love customization, but when it comes to a good story, I feel like there's compromise. Whenever you get full reign over customization, you lose narrative. And I prefer my Final Fantasies where it's sort of like, oh, this is a character, this is their job, and you don't really get to choose it.
After finding the ghostly princess and learning that the djinn is behind the curse, we are sent on the runaround to kill him. After entering his lair, we keep up to date with the usual treasures and bestiary entries, and doing so unlocks us 2 achievements in one here, for accumulating 10,000 gil and obtaining 10% of the treasures.
Gotta be for Gil, right? Oh, the 2 for 1 pop?
Making it through the end of the short dungeon, we face off against the djinn, give him a quick slap and trap its spirit within the ring. Casting it into the castle's wellspring will lift the curse. This allows us to free Cid, and as a reward, he lends us his airship. This is vital to leaving the island and progressing the story, so we smash the boulder Chris Redfield style. Although, I still don't know why we couldn't just fly over it. Regardless, this unlocks a story-related achievement. Immediately after and heading to our next area, we run into a random encounter. Tallying up the bestiary entries, we hit the 10% mark for our next achievement. Reaching the next village, we run into a girl called Selena. Mourning the disappearance of her love, she asks us to find him, which takes us to Dragon's Peak. Being abducted by Bahamor and dropped at the peak, we find the missing love Desh. Having lost his memory, he joins our party hoping to regain it. Before we can reunite the 2 lovers together, Bahamor returns.
Fucking hell!
Having escaped the battle, we are dropped into a gnome village. Luckily for us, our new party member has the mini spell, allowing us to progress through the nooks and crannies. While progressing forward here, we rack up 100 kills unlocking our next achievement. We navigate through the gnome tunnels and find ourselves in Dwarven Cove, with the Vikings in uproar over a dragon sinking their ships. One thing leads to another, and as usual, we take on another problem to solve. We have to recover the dragon's missing eye. Killing a rat in the process, we retrieve it. Placing it in the statue brings peace to the sea, keeping the Vikings happy and allowing us to explore the world with a trusty ship, setting sail on the seas. We hit a random encounter quickly after setting sail. Gaining the XP here ranks up 1 job to level 50, unlocking another achievement.
Oh, padoink.
After arriving on land, we meet a dude informing us to go to the Tower of Owen to fulfill our destiny. So we set sail out to the tower, making sure to checklist the treasure and bestiary entries of course. We make it to the top and are met with Medusa. Naturally, she wants to destroy the tower, resulting in destroying the continent. So as usual, we have to give her a quick slap with our sword.
Nice and easy. That was piss.
Having defeated Medusa, we learn Desh is an ancient and a watcher of the tower. With the tower unstable and about to blow up, Desh sacrifices himself. Allowing us to escape, this unlocks a story-related achievement. Still surviving, we continue forward with our objective to seek out the crystals and obtain their magic. Before that though, we'll pick up a couple of achievements, one for collecting 100,000 gil, and killing 300 monsters for the other. In search of the fire crystal now, and the dwarves are willing to help us if we help them. A brute named Gutsko has stolen some ice horns.
Is he in his pants?
So, predictably, we have a fight on our hands. Naturally, using auto battle and the boosters makes this boss trivial. With the battle finished, we can make our way back, handing over the recovered horns to the grateful dwarves.
You put it back where it belongs, you fucking prick. I've just had to go get it. Jesus. You can go through now? Yeah, sure. Fucking hell. Do everything. Do you want me to wipe your ass for you as well?
After placing the ice horns on the pedestals, things don't exactly go according to plan.
Oh, he wants another bang, does he? Oh right, he's just waltzed right out. Apparently you can do that. These fucking dwarfs are useless.
With Gutsko on the run, we chase him down to the molten cave. This time, Gutsko wields the fire crystal, transforming into a dragon, although this still makes for a pretty short and sweet battle. Nice, GG's. We are rewarded after beating him this time, however, for obtaining the power of the fire crystal, unlocking our next achievement. With 2 crystal powers obtained, we have 2 more to track down, so we continue in search of them, picking up missable treasures while also being thrown into jail along the way. While escaping prison, we do unlock an achievement. This is a simple one for leveling one of our jobs to 99. With the 4 times XP booster, you'll make short work of this.
Oh yes, 80 gamer score, that's what I'm talking about. For anybody that doesn't know, because I'm the only person that plays Xbox, 80 gamer score is a lot of gamer score. Well, not anymore, it's not.
Having escaped prison with the king and bringing him back to his kingdom, he rewards us with a Wheel of Time. This allows Cid to modify our ship into an airship, giving us freedom to the map, but also to hunt down the remaining life crystals. With some new information and direction from Cid, we fly to a new destination.
Why can't we enter this place? Oh, it's this. Fucking idiot.
We meet a water priestess named Arya, who will lead us to the water crystal, but she insists we take her, so we do so and arrive at the water temple. As usual, we keep up to date with the missables while progressing, mainly the bestiary entries for this place. After venturing deep into this area, we eventually make it to the water crystal. Naturally, a boss stands in the way of us and the crystal, so we do the usual routine and make short work of the boss, rewarding us with the power of the water crystal and our next achievement. With only 1 crystal's power left to obtain, it feels like we're getting closer to fulfilling our destiny. Finding this crystal requires a bit of a runaround. Luckily for us, searching for information on the crystal's whereabouts results in some random encounters, unlocking our next achievement for defeating 500 monsters. With some guidance from an old man we spoke to earlier, we head out in our airship, unfortunately being shot down and caught in the middle of a fight. With the prince thrown out of his kingdom, naturally it falls down to us to help him. Reluctantly accepting the burden, he's invited into the pie and we continue our task. Taking him back to the kingdom does have its positives though, as cleaning out the kingdom's loot here unlocks our next achievement for obtaining 50% of the treasures. We arrive at the castle, bringing the prince back safely, and it all seems a bit too easy. Naturally, it turns out the king tries to murder his son in his sleep. Not willingly, of course. We find out the king is being mind-controlled, so as always, it's down to us to fight the bad guy.
Good Jesus. Oh fuck, we're in a... Oh my god, we're in a sticky... Oh, he's dead, thank god for that.
Killing this boss and bringing peace to the kingdom unlocks us an achievement for obtaining 500,000 gil. After helping the prince and reaping the rewards by taking him for everything he's got, he also gives us a new airship and guidance on where to go next. But before that, we unlock a story-related achievement. Heading forward with our new destination in mind, sticking to the usual routine of keeping up with the bestiary entries, we hit the halfway mark here, unlocking our next achievement. Moving forward and being advised to speak to a person named Doga, we enter their manor, being welcomed to a familiar character in the franchise.
These are Moogles.
With Doga's help and knowledge, we are reminded of our objective. Luckily for us, he also joins the party.
Dogger's in the party. Let's go dog in.
With some welcomed guidance, we can move forward and track down the Earth Crystal. As you know, nothing is ever as easy as it seems. Tracking down this elusive crystal will require some busy work. After 5 minutes, Doga is done for the night. With not much life force left in him, he casts a spell on our ship, allowing us to continue underwater. Onwards and upwards now, as we are advised to go to the Temple of Time and find Noah's loot, although even our main character has no clue what we are doing at this point. Regardless, we do as we are told and track down the loot, repeating the same process as always, picking up treasures and bestiary entries. Making it to the end of the linear dungeon, we acquire the loot. This allows us to head to Unai's shrine. With our shiny loot, we can give it a strum and wake Unai up from her beauty sleep. Once awakened, this unlocks our next story-related achievement. With Unai being an overseer of dreams, as well as having a beard, she has the wisdom to guide us to our next destination, and hopefully in the direction of the last crystal. Predictably, she tells us to go to the ancient ruins, while also joining the party. With our destination set, we head forwards, or more like downwards, and enter our next dungeon. Progressing forward in this sunken cave, and naturally, we run into some battles. The good news is we rack up enough experience here to push everyone's level to the 50 mark, unlocking our next achievement. With this short location over with, we make it to the ancient ruins. The same rules apply here. You know the score. Hunt for treasures and bestiary entries, keeping up to date with the missables. With this very short location over, we acquire a new airship, the Invincible, allowing us to reach new places in the world, which just so happens to be required for our next objective. Unfortunately, we still haven't found the Earth Crystal, and yet again are sent on a runaround. This time we have to find the Fang of Earth to allow us to access the Earth Shrine. We take to the skies in our new airship, hastily tracking it down. Of course, we reach the Holy Grail, and is guarded by a boss battle, although a very weak one. As usual, we give him a quick slap and acquire the Fang. Finally able to enter the Earth Shrine, we set it as our next destination. Upon entering, we see the Earth Crystal in all its glory. As expected, it's being guarded by a boss which stands between us.
Oh god, I didn't heal up before doing this boss. I'm in a sticky wicket here. But what? He's got 2 attacks in a row, are you kidding? Oh my god, I haven't saved. Oh, you're kidding me. Oh my god. Please tell me we get an autosave or something. What's the time? Oh, thank the heavens above. How much fucking health has this cocksucker got? Please, 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 please. Oh, thank god.
We managed to take the boss down, despite it being a close shave. Finally obtaining the power of the Earth Crystal, unlocking our next achievement. With all 4 crystal powers acquired, we are in touching distance to closing out the story. In true Final Fantasy fashion though, we do start the mop-up, hunting down a few achievements and missables. Our first protocol is getting all the summon magic. These are all pretty simple and just require beating a boss, at which point you're probably pretty over-leveled. Our last one we pick up is Bahamort's. Although a sexy dragon, he's pretty tame at this point. Giving him a quick bash with a stick rewards him as a summon, unlocking our next achievement. With the summons mobbed up, we can head into the penultimate dungeon before ending the story. There's sealed weapons we need to pick up here. Guarded by bosses, these are the most powerful weapons in the game.
It's gotta be Excalibur, surely. Oh yeah. What's this? Oh, Ragnarok.
They also count as a hidden item, meaning we need to pick these up. We fight the last mini-boss defending the Ragnarok weapon and acquire it for ourselves, unlocking 2 achievements for the price of 1, which are obtaining all the sealed weapons and all of the hidden items.
Oh, the 2-for-1. We love a 2-for-1 pop.
With just 5 achievements left, it's time for the final push entering the Crystal Tower, and the point of no return. And as you can guess, same strategy applies, mopping up treasure and bestiary entries, also making daft mistakes with the auto battle.
Shit, I don't want to use an elixir. You dumb fuck.
Surprisingly short, we find our way through to the end and are met with what we thought was the final boss.
Wait, what the fuck's going on? Why do we keep missing? What the fuck? Should probably pay attention for... What the fuck was that? Oh, that was meant to happen. Fine. Alright, we're dead. GG's.
After being killed but somehow also being revived by the power of magic, we are teleported to the world of darkness.
There's a lot of chaos building up back there.
Luckily for us, we unlock a story-related achievement here, and immediately we unlock another achievement for visiting all areas in the game. So here it is, the final push of the final push. With just 3 achievements left, we have to finish collecting all the treasures and fill out the bestiary, as well as complete the game's story, of course. Unfortunately, carrying tradition in this game, the rare bestiary encounters are more prevalent in the final dungeon, so we lock in with an expected grind. Unfortunately, fleeing from most battles becomes muscle memory at this point, and with auto battle used frequently, we make some punishing mistakes here.
No! Fucker! God damn it!
If you've ever witnessed this pain, just know that I've gone through it too. You're not alone.
Oh, no! Oh! This fucking auto battle wank.
Luckily, we find our final treasure chest straight after, wrapping up the collectibles for now and unlocking an achievement.
That is every treasure chest in the game. Sucker fatty. Get me out of this fucking game.
And now we finally make it to the end of the dungeon, and the game for that matter, with just the final boss battle between us and our last 2 achievements.
Look at the tits on that. Right, let's go. Can tickle my pubes. That's about as far as you're gonna get, love. Oh fuck, we could be in a spot of bother here. I might need to actually heal. What are we saying? Do we big ball it? Any second now. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. This has got to kill him. Well, fuck. This could be Goodnight Vienna. Oh. Do you know the funny thing is, I bet he only needs one more attack and he's dead. I fucking hate this game, it's trash. 2 attacks in a row, baby. That's what you love to see. Does this boss could have more than one attack? That would be fun, wouldn't it? Oh, hang on, I think we're done. Hallelujah.
With the final boss dealt with, that completes the bestiary, unlocking our penultimate achievement.
In the beginning, there was a man. His name was Melanated.
And after seeing out the credits, our achievement for completing the game unlocks, securing the completion.
There you go. 3 down, 3 to go. We got it. Look at the titties on that.
We're halfway there, but still a long way to go, as we head straight into Final Fantasy IV. Having made our way to the 4th game of the series, this is in my opinion where Final Fantasy begins to shine. It's a double-edged sword though, as I like the game but despise the grind, for reasons we'll get to later of course. For now, here's some foreshadowing.
This music sums up my life, I'm not gonna lie to you.
It feels as though there's more of an identity with the story and characters in this one. Not that the previous ones were bad, but you can see this is where Final Fantasy begins to blossom. I was left with a sour taste in my mouth, however. As much as I enjoyed the story, when it came to the completion, it left me infuriated at times, mostly due to the walkthrough I was following.
Like, I cannot express how much I hate this fucking guy. Second visit, what's he on about? Oh, fuck, nah, I'm not fucking doing it. I'm just gonna work it out myself. This guy's fucking useless. This dungeon sucks. Yeah, it's fucking trash. So does the guide, by the way, because this dude can't fucking write guides. This is just a fucking clusterfuck. The amount of times the dude on this says, this enemy's here, and it's never where he says it is, and I've had to go on Wiki.
With an increasingly tedious grind ahead of us.
Oh my god, we've done it. We've got it. Yes. Oh, the stars have aligned. I nearly fell asleep, I'm not even lying.
We stay persistent, continue the journey, and unlock all the achievements, which brings us to step 1. So, step 1. If you've been following the journey so far, you'll notice a pattern with these games. They gradually increase in length and as does the grind, whether that's hidden items, treasures, bestiary entries, or just increasingly rare drops or encounters.
Yes! The cock is in my hands, finally.
This is where everything is cranked up a few notches. You're looking at anywhere from 20 to 30 hours with this one, and that's with the boosters activated, at least in my experience. Again, nothing to worry about in terms of difficulty, the game essentially plays itself.
What the fuck? The game's playing itself. What? Oh, right. It's meant to do that.
But I'd strongly encourage a guide, a good one at that, just to keep on top of the missables. For the 4th time so far, we start a new game and begin the achievement journey. We begin our adventure as Cecil, a dark knight bound by loyalty to a tyrannous king. Following our first order from said king, we arrive in a peaceful village in search of a crystal. Tasked with taking it for our king's selfish gain, we do so. Upon return and handing over the crystal, we do question our orders. With the king not taking kindly to this, he strips us of our rank.
You are out of here, sunshine.
Although the king immediately sends us on another perilous mission, you'll begin to see a theme and running joke with the protagonist, at times considered a villain based on all the war crimes he keeps committing, whether that's destroying a peaceful village or kidnapping a child. The beauty of this is we see a man question his decisions, orders and humanity, witnessing a man transition from dark to light, showing growth for the character. This brings us to our next quest and another war crime. We enter a village tasked with killing an Eidolon, and using a ring the king has given us. Already questionable, we use it anyway, accidentally slaughtering a village in the process.
Oh my god, we've just murdered a whole village.
Stumbling upon a young girl in the aftermath. Naturally, she's distraught after having her parents slaughtered and initiates battle with us.
Holy fuck. Oh, am I gonna get bitch slapped by a girl? What the?
After being humbled and horrified of our actions, we have a change of heart. This immediately leads us into our next crime, kidnapping. With everything that's happened, we unlock our first achievement of the game.
Oh, first achievement, accidentally destroy the village of Mist.
After finding the girl a place to rest, while also protecting her from the king's soldiers and having ourselves a quick battle, she decides to join our party. We also stumble into a love interest here. Tasked with finding a stone to cure her desert fever, we head out with our objective set to Damcyan Castle. This leads to our next achievement for killing 100 enemies.
Oh,
We enter a cave and pass through in order to reach the castle, keeping up with treasures and bestiary entries as always, as well as meeting a new addition to the party, going by a great sage named Teller, who is on a quest to rescue his daughter. With some newfound wisdom in the party,
See, big brain strats, I told you I was full of wisdom.
we unlock our next achievement here for obtaining 10,000 gil. We also unlock another one shortly after, fulfilling 10% of the bestiary entries. Before exiting the cave, we are met with an obligatory boss fight.
Octopussy, let's go. Gotta be weak to thunder, surely.
As the first major boss in the game, he doesn't pose much of a threat, so we give him a quick slap to progress forward. Moments before reaching the castle to find the cure for our dearly beloved, we witness the king go on a rampage. We hastily enter the castle to check if there's any survivors.
Oh boy, he's dead.
Despite the tragic events of a king's murderous rampage, we lighten the mood with our next achievement, for finding 10% of the treasure chests. We make it to the top of the tower in search of the cure and Teller's daughter. In a sad case of events, we find her killed at the hands of the General Golbez. Out for revenge, Teller leaves the party, while Edward, who was romantically involved with Teller's daughter, simultaneously joins, giving us guidance of the Sand Ruby's location.
Find the sand route. I know. That's where we're going, but we keep getting caught up in other people's shit.
With Antlion Cave as our next destination, we set off. Again, a quick route around in the cave, and we have ourselves a quick boss battle. As always, with boosters turned on, you'll make very short work of this. After beating the boss, we are finally rewarded with the Sand Ruby. Now we can backtrack back to the inn and save Rosa. With Rosa at full health, she informs us of the General's next attack. Reluctantly, we head out again to try and stop it, making our way to Mount Hobbs and welcoming a new character to the party, guiding us to Fabul to protect the next crystal. Having reached the crystal's location, we are forced to face an old comrade, Kane, who never hesitates to betray us. After a quick battle that isn't in our hands, we failed to defend the crystal. It's obvious we aren't strong enough to face the evil forces and save the world just yet. Which brings us to the next part of the story. There's light in Cecil all along apparently. We just have to face ourselves to find it. So after fighting our inner demons, only having to defend throughout, we eventually turn into a light paladin. After becoming a new man, we unlock our next story-related achievement.
That is a prince if I've ever seen it. He looks quite attractive there, actually. Wait, hang on a minute, level 1? What the fuck is that? Why am I level 1?
Continuing the story as sexy Cecil on the hunt for Golbez, we make a quick pit stop in the Black Mage village. We visit the local shop and sell some gear, racking up 100,000 gil for our next achievement. While here, we also visit the Elder, who offers some wisdom on what to do next.
Alright, yes. Let's go to the Devil's Road. Let's go get Meteor and go to this place that he keeps talking about.
First on the agenda though is a staple in the Final Fantasy series, meaning an airship. In order to acquire one, the Elder sends us through a secret passage, leading to Castle Baron and right back to the start of the game, looking to kill two birds with one stone here by taking on the king and nabbing his ride. Being greeted by the king, we discover he is an imposter all along. Naturally, we'll have to face him in battle.
Get ready for this. I wasn't expecting that. I thought he was going to look a bit meaner. He looks like a beetle. We'll make short work of this boss, don't you worry.
With the short and sweet boss defeated, we make an escape. Unfortunately, the exit is booby-trapped.
Oh shit! The ultimate sacrifice? I know how to cure this. Yes, we need to get a super soft. I can't believe they just killed off kids.
With an unusual sacrifice of children, we escape and commandeer an airship. Free to roam the skies, we unlock our next story-related achievement. With one elemental lord defeated, in typical fashion to elongate the game time, we predictably have to kill the other three. That's not all though. Cecil's girlfriend ends up kidnapped by Golbez. In exchange for a crystal, he swears to give her back. Naively, we agree to the offer.
Oh, who could have predicted this? This was always going to happen.
Being set up again naturally initiates a fight with Golbez.
He is huge. What is he, like 12 foot? Oh, it's one of these non-fights. Fuck me. Oh, well, that's GG's. Game done.
After the scripted battle, we welcome Kane back with open arms, not to be betrayed by him again, surely. With him in our party and the damsel rescued, we are immediately thrown into our fight with the next elemental lord.
Holy shit, it's naked somewhere. Look at the tits on that. GG's.
With the elemental lord's defeat and a quick teleport out of the airship, we unlock our next story-related achievement. Cruising onto the next elemental lord now takes us to the underworld. After being ambushed, we are forced to land the ship, which for some reason stops us being attacked. We do, however, unlock our next achievement for arriving in the underworld. On our way to the next elemental lord, we keep up to date with our bestiary entries. Following this quick battle with some new monsters, we unlock the achievement for filling the bestiary to 50%. Taking a quick pit stop at the local castle in the underworld, we have a quick route around and do some looting, keeping up to speed with the treasures as always, hitting the 50% mark here for our next achievement. Progressing forward with another achievement coming in thick and fast, we have a standard battle, earning some gil taking us to a total of 500,000 for our next achievement. And immediately after, we hit a random encounter. Killing this monster tallies our kills up to 500. Pushing forward and making our way to the next elemental, we have as always another boss fight, so we wastefully heal up and get to work.
He's healed me anyway. Alright, fair fight. I respect it. Love a bit of sportsmanship. Oh, he's going to get fucked though. No capes. Oh, well, Edge is dead. 4,000! Holy. Oh my god. What the fuck, man? How much fucking health has this dude got? 34,000 HP. Finally. Fuck me, that was a marathon, that. That was like Le Mans 24/7 or whatever the fuck.
With the next elemental beaten, we yet again unlock a story-related achievement. Our next achievement leads us on a wild goose chase. After speaking to a blacksmith who refuses to work for anything less than adamantite, we go on the hunt. Having to find a rat tail from a chest, we then have to trade the rat tail for the adamantite, then backtrack to the blacksmith, handing it over, who finally forges the ultimate weapon, Excalibur, finally unlocking the achievement. Nearing the end of our journey, with the elemental's defeat and having a safe passage to face the bad guy, we need to acquire an upgraded airship and fly to the moon, with the story quite literally heading out of this world. We land on the moon, unlocking a story-related achievement. After landing on the moon and being disappointed it isn't made out of cheese, we immediately leave. Arriving back to our world, we see it under attack by a titan. Obviously, it falls down to us to save the day, so we fly inside the titan somehow and are faced with all the elemental lords again. Having beaten them once, we give them all a quick slap, back to back, restoring peace to the earth for now and unlocking our next achievement. Before heading back to the moon and progressing the story, we have some unfinished business in this Earth. Achievements are more important in this case. Backtracking to the start of our journey and entering Castle Baron, we can acquire a new summon here.
Oh, Odin, the man. Is he going to do Zetsukin on me or whatever the fuck? I don't know how to pronounce that. No, I don't speak fucking parcel mouth. Yeah, so what's next? Final Fantasy 13 playthroughs? Fucking hell, what a little bitch. He just got slapped. He's meant to be a beast. What happened? Fucking pussy. You've grown strong, you better believe it.
With a very short battle and our last non-secret summon of the game obtained, we pop our next achievement. Luckily for us, there are no hidden items on the moon, and having reached this far in the story, we can backtrack to an area in which an item wasn't accessible at the time. Doing so, we tick off one collectible and missable achievement from the list. Heading back to the moon once again, and we can make our way to the endgame gauntlet. There is some tedious grinding to be done once we get to the point of no return, but we'll get to that shortly. Upon reaching our end destination, we unlock our next achievement for visiting all map locations, shortly followed by reaching level 70 for all of our characters also, unlocking another achievement. And with the 4x experience booster activated, this reduces the level grinding significantly. While grinding through the levels, we also grind some kills. Tallying our kill count to 1,000 unlocks our next achievement. While we're here, we can start one of the most insufferable grinds we've faced so far. For one of the achievements, we need to obtain some adamant armor. In order to get that adamant armor, we need to exchange an item called a pink tail. And despite how simple this sounds, the pink tail drop rate is inconceivably low. You're looking at a 0.39% drop rate. Funnily enough, we should be thankful as the drop rates were increased in the remaster, making this grind a little less torturous than the original game. So we buckle up and hope for the best with this RNG nightmare.
Please, Rat Tail. I fucking hate this game. I'll do one more fight after this, and that is Goodnight Vienna. I fucking hate this. This music sums up my life, I'm not gonna lie to you. At this point, I'm only here for Final Fantasy VI. Unless Final Fantasy V is like a spectacle as well, but... I mean, it could be worse. I could actually have to play the game. I didn't think about that. Come on, baby. What we saying? Come on. Nope. Not even a dicky bird. Fucking hell. Oh my god, we've done it. We've got it. Yes. Oh, the stars have aligned. I nearly fell asleep. I'm not even lying. I don't know why I do this to myself.
With one of the few tedious grinds over, we head back to Earth, handing over the troublesome Pinktail, and are rewarded with some adamant armor and our next achievement. Nearing the end of the final dungeon, there's a quick task for us to complete. There's multiple ultimate weapons scattered throughout here, each guarded by a boss.
Oh, the Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Being pretty over-leveled at this point with the help of boosters, we make short work of each one and collect our last sealed weapon, unlocking our next achievement. We have another achievement to polish before facing the final boss. As always, keeping up to date with the treasures all the way through to the end unlocks our next one here.
Oh, thank you. Oof. I thought we missed one, I'm not going to lie to you.
With everything done up to this point, bar a little post-game grind, it's time to finally face the final boss and finish off the story.
Oh, it's another fucking non-bow, man. Fucking hell. Do we get to play the game now? Reveals his true form. What does he... Oh my god, that is fuck ugly. Oh my god, are we gonna fucking die? I was not paying attention. Fucking big bang my balls. Get out of my life. I'm glad I used the Phoenix down to immediately fucking die. Love to see that. Is he dead? I think we might have done it. Just fuck off, Golbez. I don't even care anymore. Yay, the story's over.
With the final boss done and the story over, we unlock an achievement for finishing the game and filling out the bestiary. With just one achievement left, we load back into the post-game and finish off one final grind. So for our last achievement, we have to obtain all secret summons. This is done via drops from certain enemy encounters, and much like the Pinktail, we could be here a while. With just a couple left to obtain, we lock in and grind away.
We could be here for the foreseeable future, guys. We've got 4 summons to get, I believe, and I'm having a fucking whale of a time trying to find this one. Oh god, guys, I am finishing this tonight. It's 1 o'clock. Oh my fucking god, I'm looking this up. This is ridiculous. The absolute cunt guzzler that says this takes 12 to 15 hours is full of fucking shit, and he needs to pull his head out of his fucking asshole. FF4 achievement guide roadmap. 12 to 15 hours with boosts. You're talking shit. 25 to 30 hours without. What's our playtime? 27 hours. Eat my fucking balls. The Lunar Tunnel East. Western Lunar Path, yeah. Good old guide. Fucking absolute dribble. I believe. Oh my god. It's actually I've never seen 2 drops before. The only drop it hasn't given me is the one I need. What time is it? 2 AM. Lovely old job. Yes! Yes! It's happened! We've got it! Oh, hallelujah! Oh! The pain of being a completionist. And you're all gonna watch. Come on, I'm feeling lucky today. Oh, I thought we'd done it already, boys and girls. What the fuck is that? Fucking fly. Oh. Yes! Okay, baby. 2 left to go. Yes! We got the cock. Oh, yes, we've got it. Are you ready for the 100%? It's coming. There we go. That's it. That's the maxi. That last part was a fucking grind, I'm not going to lie to you. I did not enjoy that at all.
With the longest so far out of the way, and 2 left to finish the collection, we head into Final Fantasy V. Having made our way to the penultimate entry of the Pixel remasters, Final Fantasy continues to build on its strengths, continuing to flesh out its story and gameplay elements, adding charm, while bringing a strong soundtrack with it, although it still clings to its familiarity. I can't help but feel when you are having fun with Final Fantasy V, there are design choices made to take the fun away. The class system actually feels shallow and restrictive, preventing you free reign over customization, and limiting you to one passive ability to equip, and quite frankly, backing you into a corner to only use the meta classes.
I don't like this. I don't like this at all. This whole job system can suck a dick. I don't like it. It's a cool idea, but you literally can only equip one ability from one other job, which is pointless.
At this point in the series, I am worried about franchise burnout from playing them back to back.
Galoof's flame has flickered out. Yeah, a bit like my soul after playing 5 of these games.
I did enjoy my time with this, it's just another case of despising the grind for the completion.
The trouble I'm having with this is like, you enjoy the game, but every time we do anything. It is just, you have to fuck around for half an hour trying to get blue magic. You know, trying to suck your own asshole. Like, oh.
Again, the walkthrough didn't help.
Oh, fuck off. I can't even be asked to read it. If I fucking miss some of this tough shit, I'm so fucking done. I do like this music, though. What is this guide on about? He's talking a load of old shit. How the fuck do we go over to Castle Waltz? I don't get it. It's just fucking mountains in the way. This is what fucks me off. Like, the guy's just like, yeah, go back to Castle Waltz. Right, nice. Like, what do you mean, go back to Castle fucking... How do I get back to Castle Waltz? This ain't right, man. I'm telling you. This guy doesn't know how to direct you in this castle. I'm fucking certain of it. I swear to Christ. This guide makes no fucking sense, man. I just swear to God they just give up. They don't know what they're talking about. They need to, like, specify, man. Like, you can't just go, yeah, they're on the sea. That's a big fucking sea. They could be anywhere. Like, what do you want from me?
So we start our journey for the 5th time, facing the highs and lows of the completion, and make our way onto step 1. So, step 1. You can probably guess the rundown by now.
Oh, this Final Fantasy is about crystals again. Ugh.
With each iteration, our playtime tends to be longer. You're going to be looking at 30 to 40 hours with this one, and that's with the use of boosters, at least in my experience, unless you are literally gunning it, skipping all dialogue. For the 5th time, the boosters indeed make a return, trivialising difficulty and reducing stress. The missables again make a return, with one addition here also being the blue magic. So it's recommended to at least have a missables guide handy to prevent multiple playthroughs, unless you want to play this game again, of course. With that out of the way, we start the game and buckle up for our 5th adventure. We begin the game playing as Bart, a wanderer living in solitude with his pet chocobo, minding his own business when suddenly a meteor crash lands close to where we are camping. Instinctively, we investigate. Arriving at the meteor, we find some fellow humans. Desperate for friendship, we cling onto them, flex our sword and defend them during our first battle, resulting in our first achievement unlock for saving Lena and Galuf.
Oh baby, first achievement, that was pretty quick.
With a friendship established and the beginnings of a party started, we begin our journey that once again brings us to finding crystals and obtaining their power.
This whole series is going to be about crystals, isn't it? I do grow tired of the crystal stories, especially the one that revolves around 13.
We make our way to the first crystal shrine, greeted by a king who, predictably, burdens us with a task of finding the other 3 crystals and protecting them. Bearing some new magic from the wind crystal unlocks our next achievement. Continuing the quest of saving the crystals, we push forward unlocking our next achievements, for defeating 100 monsters, obtaining 10,000 gil, and while exploring a new dungeon, open up 10% of the treasure chests.
Remember you're playing Gravity. Oh, what's going on here?
To be able to reach the next shrine, we need a means of transportation. On our way to tame a dragon, we have a few monster encounters, filling up 10% of the bestiary. With transportation acquired, we zoom to the next crystal shrine, looting all the shards for unlimited power, acquiring new classes and unlocking our next story-related achievement. Heading out in search of our next shrine, we finish a random encounter, gaining some experience, mastering one of the many job classes in the game for our next achievement. Continuing the quest of hunting down the crystals, fire crystal shards rain down from the sky. After picking up the shards and acquiring even more classes to play with, we unlock our next story-related achievement. We work on a new form of collectible for an achievement here, and that is acquiring blue magic. The way this works is you need to have the blue magic class equipped, or hoping the enemy uses the ability on your blue mage. Once the enemy is defeated, you then learn the spell they used on you. A bit of RNG is involved, and sometimes these can be frustrating at the best of times. After learning our 10th blue magic, we unlock our next achievement. While we continue forward, grinding out the battles, being sure we fill the bestiary, and keeping up to date with the missables, we rack up 100,000 gil for our next achievement. We are led to a forest where a black chocobo resides. After taming him for another means of transportation, we unlock our next achievement. The black chocobo is a means to an end, as we use him for a greater purpose, and achievement, to acquire another means of transportation, which in this case is a Final Fantasy staple, being the airship. With the newfound airship, we can reach the next crystal shrine, acquiring more power and learning even more classes, but most importantly, unlocking another story-related achievement. With our task of obtaining all the crystal's power accomplished, we are able to jump into a teleportation hole, transferring us to a new world, ready to hunt down the evil throwing meteors at us, unlocking our next story-related achievement. After arriving in the new world and doing a bit of exploring, we continue fighting new monsters, unlocking the achievement for reaching half of the bestiary entries. In order to progress the story and fight the bad guy, we must first destroy a generator within a tower. Destroying this destroys the barrier protecting the bad guy's castle. We reach the top of the tower. Predictably, a boss stops us in our tracks. Once we make quick work of him, it's time for us to escape before the tower blows up. The oldest member of the party slows us down, so we make an instinctive decision to speed things up.
Did he just knock him out?
We eventually make our escape via submarine, unlocking our next achievement. We continue forward and while exploring find more treasure, reaching the halfway point for another achievement. Progressing the story through a forest, it seems destruction follows us everywhere we go. This leads to a scripted battle against the main antagonist.
Oh, it's another one of those really fun battles where, like, it just plays itself. Oh, well, we somehow won.
We win the scripted battle, but it does result in a shocking character death.
Grandpa's dead. Somebody try full life. That better not waste one of my elixirs. I'm going to be fucking pissed off if it does. Galoof's flame has flickered out. Yeah, a bit like my soul after playing 5 of these games.
The good news is, he's quickly replaced, unlocking our next achievement. We quickly get over a party member's death and continue exploring, fighting new monsters and obtaining more money, reaching 500,000 gil for our next achievement. While we're here, we also rack up some experience, mastering 5 of the many job roles, once again unlocking an achievement. Progressing the story through the antagonist's castle, we seek revenge for our fallen party member, initiating another boss battle.
GG's.
With the boss defeated and definitely being the last we'll see of him, we somehow make an escape with the castle crumbling around us, unlocking our next story related achievement. Closing in on the end section of the story, we do a bit of exploring. Finding our last piano of the game ticks off a collectible achievement from the list. Continuing with a bit of mopping up, we head to a dungeon and initiate an optional battle. That isn't really a battle. While in battle with the Mimic, sitting there and doing nothing will end this fight. Our reward is a secret job class, and we get 2 achievements for the price of 1 here. It just so happens we mastered 15 job roles in this battle, as well as obtaining the secret job class. We then head to the sealed castle, which isn't so sealed anymore. Picking up each and every sealed weapon here, in which there are 12 of, unlocks our next achievement. Luckily, we've been keeping tabs on the collectibles so far, and ticking another one off the list here is the blue magic. Learning our last spell from this enemy unlocks another achievement. Continuing the collectible mop-up, we also find our last hidden item, although very anxious we may have missed one.
If we don't get it, something's cocked up, and I'm gonna have a panic attack. Pretty sure we do need to initiate a battle to, like, force the pop. If this doesn't pop it, then I'm cacking it. At least we didn't miss anything. I hate that. I hate those achievements. No way to track what we would have missed either.
With one less missable to worry about, we make our way onto one of the super bosses of the game.
I haven't healed. This is not good at all. We fucked this. It's alright though, because I've got the strats.
After a couple of defeats from Omega, we find a decent strategy, finishing him off and unlocking our next achievement. We've now reached the final stretch for the story, and luckily we can grind out the rest of the achievements here. First things first, we unlock our next one for travelling to all map locations. Staying on top of the bestiary entries and grinding XP for our classes, we rack up 1,000 monster kills too.
Oh my god, there's an achievement for killing 2,000 monsters. Oh, maybe we won't get it done tonight then.
We ignore the fact we need another 1,000 monster kills and push forward, entering another random encounter and gaining some experience, pushing us to level 50 for all characters. Pushing forward and reaching the final floor of the dungeon.
Why does it say final floor if we're not on the final floor? Alright, well, now what does it say? Well, final floor still. Alright.
We can polish and grind the rest of the achievements here, and then finish the story. Starting off, we find our last treasure chest, which rewards us with a super boss to fight.
Oh, well, this is a wipe now. Well, not necessarily. Oh, yeah, it's a wipe.
The super boss catches us off guard, but again, with boosters enabled and being pretty highly leveled, we make fairly short work of him, unlocking 2 achievements, one for beating him and the other for collecting every chest in the game. We move on to our next grind, and that is mastering all of the jobs.
It's just never ending.
Luckily, this one isn't actually that bad. We surprisingly rack up experience very quickly for the jobs, having reached the end game.
Fucking hell, guys, we're getting through this. Oh my god, I've only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've only got 5 more jobs.
After finally mastering our final job, we unlock our next achievement.
Oh, yes.
With just 3 achievements left, we can finally face the final boss and close out the story.
Is he dead? I wasn't even paying attention. Just had auto battle on. Damn, you ugly. Get it down, you sunshine.
With the final boss defeated, that marks the end of the story and a couple of achievement unlocks. The big one being fulfilling the bestiary, and the other for being the final boss.
There we go. 1 achievement left.
Leaving just 1 achievement left, and depending on how many battles you've been skipping in your playthrough, you could be left with a few, or, like me, left with many. We start our final grind for this game, slaying monsters until we rack up the count to 2,000.
Oh, it's over. We've done it. Final Fantasy V, get in the bin. Oh, that was... Do you know what? That was fucking, like, the most anticlimactic 100%. Because I don't even care. Fuck this game and fuck that guide. Job done. On to a decent Final Fantasy. Hopefully.
We save the best till last as we tackle Final Fantasy VI. This is the one we've been waiting for, and in all honesty, the main reason for buying the collection is the one Final Fantasy I see beloved around the internet in which not enough people have played. This is where Square Enix, or Squaresoft at the time, really established their form and identity in the turn-based genre. A beautifully crafted story with a plethora of characters that are engaging and memorable.
The old dude with the sunglasses, that gets me every time, man.
Each character has a story, with the main plot intertwining these characters together in solidarity.
I'm sorry, but he looks like he's wearing a condom. What have they done to my boy Sid?
The gameplay and combat feels like the golden age of Final Fantasy, with the characters having their own individual roles. They have an identity within the party, bringing a range of variety to the battle system.
Are we just going to talk about the guy at the bottom here? What the hell has happened to this guy? He needs a haircut and a shave. Look at the state of it.
The leading antagonist is also brilliant. He is essentially pure evil.
Some men just want to watch the world burn.
Kefka is a unique villain with his presence taking centre stage during cutscenes.
I don't want to know what he's doing to that rock. Or I don't want to know what that rock is doing to him, to be honest.
My only criticism would be he doesn't get enough screen time. If you're a fan of Final Fantasy and haven't played this one, I strongly encourage you to do so. This is a game made with heart, soul, and passion, and having played through Final Fantasy throughout my childhood, you can see the remnants of Final Fantasy VI in each of those games. With the glazing of Final Fantasy VI over, we start the achievement journey one last time, as we head into Step 1. So, Step 1. For the 6th time, the formula remains the same. The main bulk of the achievements come naturally, while a handful will be for the collectibles, in which some of them are missable, and others also causing jump scares.
Alright, this is boring. What? Fucking hell, that scared the fucking shit out of me.
So having a guide pointing these out is preferable.
Yeah, so the guide says head north. I think he means head south. Fucking shit guide.
The boosters, of course, make a return, granting a quicker, easier, and stress-free experience if you decide to use them. Heading straight into the game, we are introduced to the main protagonist, known as Terra. There's more to her than meets the eye, but for now, we progress forward with this mysterious lady. Participating in an Imperial mission to recover an Esper, we eventually find it, causing a reaction of some sorts. You can see where this is going. The reaction renders us unconscious, and upon awakening, we are informed we were being mind-controlled with a special crown device. Breaking free from our puppet strings, we unlock our first story-related achievement of the game.
Oh, nicey nice. Got our first achievement.
With the Empire on our tail, looking to take control of Terra once again, we make our escape, bumping into a new character named Locke.
Where did he come from?
He rescues us, aiding our escape and commits to helping us regain our memory. After escaping the area, we surprisingly unlock an achievement for obtaining 10,000 gil. Locke leads us to a kingdom, introducing us to a few new characters.
He's sticking his middle finger up, can you see that? He's flipping the bird.
Without having time to settle, the Empire has tracked us down, leading to our first appearance of the leading antagonist, Kefka, with his objective to retrieve Terra and bring her under mind control once again. He is refused by the king who is protecting us, which results in the castle being burned to the ground. Again, we have to make another escape. Having arrived at a new area safely, we loot the treasures as usual, unlocking our next achievement. Being advised to continually run away from our problems, we have a new destination set for us, a town called Nash, hoping to give us a better understanding of our abilities. As we leave, we unlock a story-related achievement. Our journey to the next town leads us down some rapids, where we have to fight off monsters along the way, bringing us to our next achievement for defeating 100 enemies. As we make it to our destination, the party splits up here, having to fulfill their own task, all leading towards the same goal. This results in the game letting us choose a scenario of whose story we want to play out first. A refreshing and fun take throughout our journey at these games so far, adding some much needed variety. We choose Locke's story first and stumble across a new character, and soon to be love interest. After freeing the prisoner who actually fought for the Empire, she decides to join us to fight against them. On our way out, we have a random encounter tallying our bestiary to 10% for our next achievement. Upon escaping the area with the prisoner, she is recruited into our party, and we make our way onto the next character scenario, leading us to Sabin, or Sabin, however you pronounce it. This is Edgar's brother, the king who helped us escape earlier, the muscle of the party who usually tackles problems with his fists, with the help of a mysterious character.
I may decide to leave you at any time. That sounds like me, to be fair. Death is only ever a step behind me. Alright, that's a little bit depressing.
We infiltrate a military camp, where we stumble into Kefka once again. We proceed to beat him in a quick battle, resulting in him fleeing. Upon chasing him, we join forces with another character with similar intentions.
Not thy name or allegiance, but I welcome thine aid.
With an army breathing down our necks, we make our escape, which leads us to a shop where we sell some wares, unlocking our next achievement for reaching 100,000 gil. We eventually reunite all our newly acquired party members and set out on a quest to find a frozen Esper, preventing it from the military acquiring its magical powers. In doing so, the lady protagonist of the group connects with it and has a mood swing.
Holy shit, what's going on here? Is that a sex change? Oh well, see ya.
This results in our next story-related achievement. With the protagonist gone AWOL, we round up the gang in search of her, with some of the party staying to defend against Imperial attacks. It's not long before we find her out of steam, touchy, and cozied up in a bed in need of sleep. Concerned with an old man watching over her, the Predator does kindly offer his services as an Esper, as well as some of his friends, granting us new abilities and magic we can learn, giving us the best progression system so far in the Pixel remaster. This also comes with our next story-related achievement, with our objective now to free the frozen Espers and prevent them falling into the wrong hands to be drained of their magic. We require a helping hand in the need of someone with an airship. Unfortunately, this isn't Sid, but a young prolific gambler named Setzer. He's willing to help us out, provided we take part in a performance, which leads us to the hardest minigame I've ever faced.
What? How does this work? Did we fuck it up? Huh? What? Did I fuck it up? I don't know what I did. Press the buttons that the game will ask you to. Oh no, I forgot to... Oh, god damn it! Alright. Have I fucked it up again? I've fucked it up again. I'm looking this up. Guys, I need help with this. I don't know how to do this. Guys, genuinely, I don't know what to fucking do. I have no idea what I did differently. I just pressed it quicker.
Completing the opera grants us usage of the airship, unlocking our next story-related achievement. After learning the controls of the airship...
How the fuck do I fly this Whoa, Jesus, that's quick. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Man, this is cool. It's like Tokyo Drift.
And with the main protagonist now in control of her emotions, we continue exploring in the airship, making our way to an auction house and winning for the first time unlocks an achievement, as well as another one for obtaining 15 Magicite.
Oh yeah, the double pop.
We are then invited to the Emperor's banquet to discuss a peaceful treaty within the world.
So what, does he actually want peace, do you think? Or no? Do you reckon there's a hidden agenda here? Or do you think he genuinely wants peace? There's a hidden agenda, you reckon? Definitely not. You've got to give people the chance to change, but at the same time, does he deserve the chance?
All is clearly not as it seems. Agreeing on terms for peace unlocks our next achievement. We do, while we're here, ransack the Emperor's treasury, reaching 50% of the treasure found throughout the game for another achievement. Continuing the story in search of the hidden Espers, this leads us to the secret village of Famaza, where we recruit 2 new characters. They have valuable information and can help with recovering lost Espers.
Something's fishy here. Not gonna say what I'm thinking. What a cute doggy. Back off, he bites.
We do sell some items at the local shop while we are here, for our next achievement. We venture forward with the new party members and location on the hidden Espers, while also grinding an achievement here for inflicting Joker's death with Setzer's gambling attack. A slightly frustrating achievement relying on pure RNG. Aligning the slots to initiate the move could take you 5 minutes or 5 hours. For us, luckily an hour of patience was all that was needed.
Fucking hallelujah! Oh, the filthy pop.
We can now continue our journey, heading to the floating continent where the Espers are hiding. Unfortunately, Kefka beats us there, absorbing all the Esper's power and unleashing the destruction upon the world, which causes devastation.
Oh. Oh, Jesus.
It just so happens the antagonist gets his way and wins. The journey is not over though, and some hope does remain. Despite the catastrophe of the world being in ruin, the positive side is we unlock our next story-related achievement. With the little hope we have, there's only one thing that keeps us going, and that's finding a way to reunite with our friends, and maybe salvage a solution to restore peace and balance to the world. This marks the part of the game where we navigate the world map in search of our friends. We unlock a few achievements in the process for reuniting some of the band back together, as well as filling 50% of the bestiary and defeating 1,000 monsters during the process. With a sizable chunk of the party back together, we also make a pit stop at the Colosseum. We will have to beat every fight here eventually, which can be quite horrific as the battles play themselves, leaving you at the mercy of RNG.
Southern Cross, that sounds like it's going to kill me. Ow. Raise, nice. Northern Cross, dead. Frozen, brilliant. That was a fun battle. He's done Northern Cross like 4 times. What do? Cast Raise on myself. Yeah, good stuff. Come on, do something good. And we're dead. GG's, boys.
But for now, we reign victorious in 10 battles for an achievement.
Oh, hallelujah. Get me away from this shit heap.
We continue the search for the rest of the party members, eventually reuniting with the last one. Acquiring the full party unlocks our next achievement. With all the party members reassembled, this brings us to the endgame portion of the game. Before heading to the final dungeon and confrontation, we initiate the mop-up process, which results in some collectible-based achievements and a few grindy ones too. Our first detour is Duncan's cabin, where Sabin can talk to his master, resulting in a quick cutscene and rewarding us with all the blitz techniques in the game, effortlessly unlocking this achievement. Continuing character-themed side quests, we head to Doma Castle, where the old guard party member Cyan needs a well-needed sleep. This is fine by us, as in his slumber he awakens from his dreams with new Bushido abilities, unlocking our next achievement for learning them all.
The pop.
The next achievement is a mop-up of all hidden items, and to my surprise, this came earlier than expected, despite my anxiety of a delayed achievement pop, and the dread that we may have missed something.
Guys, I'm kinda cacking it right now because we haven't got an achievement, and we should have. Oh. Honestly, my heart sank a bit there, I'm not gonna lie to you. I forgot that it does that.
Continuing the familiar Final Fantasy mop-up, this is reminiscent of the Golden Era, where you actually enjoyed the side questing, and this one involves acquiring all summons, which led us to the first ever Final Fantasy jump scare.
I'm convinced Death Gaze isn't even here, man. Alright, this is boring. Oh, fucking hell, that scared the fucking shit out of me. Oh my god, that was honestly like I thought I died. We could be in a sticky wicket here because this man just cast death twice in a row. Like, go on, get a job, mate.
We make short work of Death Gaze this far into the game, rewarding us a new Esper, but not quite obtaining them all just yet. But we do make our way to a treasure chest we have not yet opened, giving us the last tool we need for Edgar, unlocking our next achievement. We now decide to get a level grind over and done with, requiring us to hit level 50 with all characters. With some of the party members neglected, we find a quick endgame spot to rack up XP, and quickly hit the level 50 mark, unlocking our next achievement. We then start a tedious grind, unlocking all the rage abilities with the wildcard of the group. Unfortunately, this is fairly random, and requires us to repeatedly engage in random battles and defeat different monsters, learning abilities in the process. Think of it as blue magic, it's pretty much the same principle here. Luckily, there is a fairly decent spot for us to grind these out.
This music's doing me in.
And with an hour or so of patience, we acquire our last ability and unlock our next achievement. With everything mopped up in the world map now, the remaining collectibles are located in the final dungeon. So we head there one last time, unlocking an achievement for visiting all map locations. Progressing through the final area of the dungeon, and continuing to track the missables. One of them, much like the previous iterations, is blue magic. A little less tedious in this game, due to an enemy who uses every spell we need, just so happens to be an encounter here. As usual, once the last spell is earned, we unlock our achievement.
That's the pop.
Shortly after, we reach a room that is storing the last piece of magicite we need. Acquiring it marks the last Eidolon we need, unlocking our next achievement. We then of course have to mop up the remaining treasure chests. Hoping we've kept up to date throughout the game, we nervously open our final chest.
Alright, that should be the last one. That is not good. We're in fucking trouble here. What could I have missed? What could I have missed? I can do a fight, but I'm not sure if that's gonna work. Oh, fucking hell, man. Oh, God. Oh, it's so scary when stuff like that happens.
With everything mopped up, we can finally continue to the story's conclusion, where we push forward having a confrontation with Kefka.
I don't want to know what he's doing to that rock. Or actually, I don't want to know what that rock is doing to him, to be honest. Time to go. This is it. Oh, this ain't good. Oh my god. We are fucked. We just don't get our party members anymore, I see. Goodbye, cruel world. Can we please heal? Oh god. Oh dear god. She needs to get this heal off. Fucking hallelujah. Praise be to Yevon. Repose? What does repose mean? What the fuck is that? Is this it? Is this the El Finalio? Heartless Angel. Oh! Oh god! No! It nearly was the end, and it could well still be the end. It's not looking good. The screen's shaking and everything. That never bodes well. No, I'm GG's. Okay, the moment of truth. Are we gonna get the bestiary achievement too? I fucking hope so. I hope I haven't missed anything.
With Kefka defeated, we unlock an achievement for beating the game and completing the bestiary, which leaves us with one final achievement, and once again, it's 2,000 kills. You know the drill here. It's a grind, but we've done worse. We find ourselves a grinding spot with battles that spawn multiple enemies and rinse and repeat, tallying our kill count to 2,000 and unlocking our final achievement of the game.
There we go, it's over. Get it down, yeah. Oh, I need a break from Final Fantasy though. Like, we are not playing Final Fantasy until like Christmas. I'm sorry, but I can't do it to myself. Why am I still playing the game, man? Now FF13? No! I'm not fucking doing FF13. I've done FF13. Never doing that again.
And that marks the end of every achievement in Final Fantasy VI, and concludes our journey of every achievement across the Pixel remasters. For the price, this collection is filled to the brim with traditional RPG goodness, and despite the tedium in the missables, seeing how the series evolved and finally experiencing a banger at the end makes this worthwhile. Maybe just play them and don't focus on achievements, if you want to retain some sanity. I want to thank everyone that stuck with me throughout the journey, the community that turns up every day on the live streams, and to watch a man shout at a cloud. If you've enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing, and I'll catch you all in the next one.